Adam here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some concepts and some ideas that are going to help you to proceed to get the results that you're looking to get when it comes to meeting women, dating, success in that area. And some of the things that I've been thinking about recently is the one thing we're going to talk about in this video is not hero worshiping the people that you're looking up to in this area. Maybe it's in sports, maybe it's in something like this. Maybe it's in cooking, cleaning, whatever it might be. You might look up to some famous chef or some celebrity, and you want to get similar results to those guys. But you view them as some sort of idol. You're not viewing them as a regular person. And if that's the case, you want to see these people as just what they are, regular people that accomplish something through years and years and years of practice, dedication, and that's the only thing that separates you from them. So if you're starting out and you're just starting out, you might be looking at somebody that's reached the pinnacle of success and thinking that they are somehow have some qualities, or they somehow reach this level and that they're just some sort of subhuman being, some sort of out of this world kind of species that you could never attain. And then we worship these people, we hero worship them, we idolize them, we put them on a pedestal. And I'm going to talk about some concepts and some reasons why you don't want to do this, so that you then can also put it into reality, that you also can reach the same kinds of success that these people reach. And another topic I want to talk about as well in this video will also be, if you say yes to success with women, if you're saying yes to maybe sleeping with and hooking up with and having a girlfriend that is possibly the most attractive girl that you can get in this society, then what else are you saying yes to by saying yes to this? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. The things that you're saying yes to. You might think that I just want to be with the hottest women that I can sleep with. I want to be with as many women as possible. I want to meet women that are famous. Maybe they're models, they're porn stars, they're people that seem to be at a high social status. But what else is that going to entail? What else are you saying yes to when you're saying yes to results in that area? And the things that you might not realize that are also going to be thrust upon you when you're successful in that area, if you're not prepared for it, you may self-sabotage, you may not be ready for it, and then you are not going to succeed in that area as well if you're not prepared for these things. So I'm going to be talking about some of those things so that you can be prepared for it, so that you can guard yourself and accept the good and the bad, so that then you are coming from a place where you're more likely to succeed. So that's what we're going to be chatting about in this video. So first off, hero worshiping, idolizing people. You know, when I first started out in this, let's say back when I was 25, I mean, I came from a place where I had pursued being a professional skateboarder from the age of 12 to 25, and I was exposed to a lot of these ideas and these factors that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And some of those things where I looked up to people in the skate industry, I looked up to professional skateboarders, and at that time I may have looked at them as if they were somehow some sort of a human that was accomplishing something that seemed unachievable, or that they somehow possessed some quality that I didn't possess. So then you're looking up to these people and you're putting them on a pedestal, thinking that you can't achieve what they achieve because there must be something that they have that you don't. Now, I didn't necessarily think this as I was younger, but if I reflect back, there may have been a part of me that did think this, that I somehow didn't have some sort of quality that they had. What was I missing? Why wasn't I getting the success that they had? Was it just about landing a certain trick, or having some sort of genetic quality, whether it was looks or talent or these kinds of things? But you want to take on the growth mindset that you can achieve anything that anybody else has achieved if you put in hard work, dedication, practice, and be focusing on the things that you have control over. It's not about natural talent. Get that out of your mind. There is no such thing as natural abilities. Now, that is a good frame of mind to come from, but let's be honest, there also is a luck factor in life. There is a genetic component in life. But if you have 2 arms, 2 legs, you got a somewhat of a healthy brain, you're just as capable as anybody else that's achieved anything that you've seen on media, on some sort of video, TV, whatever it is. You can achieve the same things too. The thing that separates you from them is just they've put in more time, they've put in more practice, and that's all it is, time and practice. You got to be consistent. There's also the types of training methods that you have. What kind of, are you learning from others? What kind of training, what kind of practice are you doing? There's different levels to this as well. So these things can come into play too, but at the most basic level, if you're just taking right action and you're sustaining that for a long enough period of time, then you can start building the same kind of skill set that you see anybody else with. So don't pedestalize people and think that they're somehow different than you. Focus on what you can control and model the behaviors that these people have. You can model their behaviors, you can model their mentality. And one of the mentalities that is going to help you and aid you in this pursuit, even if it's social skills and meeting women and improving your dating life, would be having that growth mindset. That if you put in work, if you put in consistent action over time, you will succeed in this area too. And one of the things that helped me, something so simple, is just realizing that rejection is normal. And if you just keep making an attempt, you keep going up and talking to people, even though the first few people you talk to, it might take, who knows how long it's going to take you, but if you just keep working at it, meeting people, going to bars, going to clubs, when you see somebody that turns you on, that would seem like it might be meaningful for you to meet that person, they're attracted, you're attracted to them, there's something about them that you'd like to go and meet them, and you go and make the attempt. If you do that enough times, eventually you're going to meet somebody that vibes with you and might want to take things further and go on a date, have a coffee, and who knows where things can go. But you have to keep taking action and you have to keep working at it. And depending where you're coming from, some people, maybe they have more social skills than somebody else because they may have been working at that without even realizing it from a much younger age. They might have had a better upbringing. They might have had more positive reinforcement. You don't know why these people seemingly have this natural ability to talk with people, but I guarantee you, if you look into the past of people that have succeeded excelled at a high level, they have put in a lot of work on the back end. And you can read about these kinds of things in a book called Bounce and other literature that talks about mastery, that talks about how to build a skill set. And you will find that people that are even assumed to have been naturally gifted, they weren't. They had put in a lot of work on the back end. They had parents maybe that were teaching them at a young age as well. Maybe they lived in an environment where they had advantages by living around people that were also skilled in the thing that they wanted to learn. And they were around, say, professional skateboarders or people excelling in the thing that they wanted to excel in. You didn't even realize it. You just looked at them and thought they were just naturally gifted. So get that out of your head. There is no such thing. You focus on what's within your control. There's a ton of literature out there. You're watching this video, learning from somebody that's got 12 years of dedicated practice and effort in this area. And this is how you learn. You learn from others. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, and realize that social skills, confidence, these kinds of characteristics and qualities are things that you can cultivate. And the only reason you're not at the level that you see somebody else has maybe already reached the pinnacle of success in that area is that you just haven't put in the time. But you got to stick with it. You can't get down on yourself. You can't start thinking that you're not capable and getting disappointed because you're not getting the results in an instant. You have to realize that it's a slow burn. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to stick with it even when you feel like you're not getting those results. You got to keep at it. and use the people that you're watching as inspiration. Use them as a model of success, somebody that made it that's just like you, a human being. They're no different. And anything that you feel is a setback for you, improve that area, whether it's money, whether you think it's, I gotta travel more, I don't have this advantage, I don't have that advantage. Start recognizing the advantages you do have, brother. You got lots of advantages, but you just have to pay attention to them, even if it's something as simple as you have 2 arms, you have 2 legs, you live in a free world. You can go out there, you can take action, you can go after the things you want in life. That right there is an advantage. So start identifying those things. Don't get down on yourself. Keep getting out there, keep taking action, keep learning from others, experiment, have fun with it, and just live your life the way that you would be living it if you already were doing the thing that you think would make you happy in the future. Be happy now. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Enjoy every single day that you can get out there and pursue the thing that you want to pursue. Because it's true that the journey itself is the reward. And if you can't be happy now, you're not going to be happy in the future when you reach that thing, because you've trained yourself to be happy when you get this one thing. And as a human being, we're always striving for more. We're never satisfied. So just enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the pursuit. Be patient and let the results come as they will. Focus on the skill set of socializing. Get out there, talk to everybody, and embrace what you're doing. Work it out in your head that this is okay, that you decide what is right, what is acceptable, and you value your own opinion over the opinions of others. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged and assume that people don't want you to reach the goals that you have for yourself, even if it's with women, even if it's in socializing. So get out there and take action. And don't idolize anybody. Use people as a model of success. Don't idolize them. They're just humans like anybody else. They're no different than you. And you can improve in whether you want to improve your health, your physicality, you want to get stronger, you want to develop a skill in any area of life. All it is just getting out there and taking action, being consistent, and not giving up. And if you're passionate about this area of your life, if this is something that you've decided that you're going to commit yourself to, and you're willing to invest the time that it's going to take, regardless of the results, then that's probably more than half the battle right there. Just having that desire, having that passion, and having that purpose is going to give you something to wake up in the morning. It's a beautiful thing. It's going to solve a lot of the issues that you might have for yourself in your life, whether it's depression. You might feel like you don't get the respect that you deserve. You might feel like you're not getting the results that you think that you deserve to have. But once you take your mind and you shift that mindset to the growth mindset, where you're no longer a victim, you're focusing on what's within your control, you're willing to learn from others, and you realize that you can achieve anything that anybody else has, but it's just about hard work. It's just that they've been doing it for longer than you. You can't expect to be getting the same results as somebody else that's been doing something for a decade or more and think that you're going to get the same results as them. You cannot skip the process. That's something that is kind of actually fair and something to be happy about, that someone else can't just come along and all of a sudden be at the same level that you are overnight. So be patient with yourself and realize that this is going to take, social skills are never ending, just like any skill. You will never stop finding another level to reach in this area of your life as well. There's always another level. The great thing is too, though, is that you can have success in this endeavor right away. But the skill of reading facial cues, picking up on tonality of voice, maybe pushing yourself to be in more high pressure social situations, there's always another level, and there's always another place that you can push yourself. You're always trying to push your comfort zone. You're looking to put yourself under that pressure, just like in a sport. Some guys crumble under the pressure when people are watching. People will talk about how they perform so well in practice, but once they get onto the big stage, that's when they crumble. They can't handle that pressure. Well, it's no different in this. You're going out to bars, you're going out to clubs, you're going up to the women that you find to be most attractive and appealing to you, and you're pushing yourself to get after it. You don't think other people are going to want those same kinds of women? There's competition out there. You have to deal with all kinds of different pressures that are going to be thrust upon you, and not only that, your own mentality and success barriers. So that brings me into my next point about what are you saying yes to when you're saying that I want to be successful with women, I want to have a great dating life, I want to have a great sex life, I want to sleep with lots of women, I want to sleep with the hottest women I can get with, porn stars, models, whatever it might be. Maybe that's what I want. And if that's what you want, well, what else is going to be some factors that are also going to be thrust upon you in that area that you're going to be exposed to? And some of those things are things like attention. You don't think people are going to wonder who this person is that's walking out of the club with one of the hottest chicks in the club and wonder who's that guy? Or attention, fame. You think by being successful in any area that you can do it without getting attention from people and society? People want to know and want what other people want, what other people have, whether it's money, whether it's whatever endeavor that you want to be successful in, you're going to have attention put onto you. So you better be okay with that. You're going to have scrutiny. People are going to wonder who you are. People are going to criticize you. People are going to be paying attention to you. And these are the kind of factors that you will be exposed to when you are trying to reach a high degree of achievement in anything, but you think it's just about the girls. Well, it may be, but you better be okay with these other factors as well, or else this is what can happen, is that you self-sabotage. You're going to be afraid of success, as they say. Why are you afraid of success? Why would you self-sabotage? Well, one of the reasons is because you don't want the attention. You don't want the scrutiny. You don't want to hear the negative feedback that some people are going to give you. But in game, when you get out there, when you're meeting women, you're exposed to this all the time. So you're going to be ready for it. And ways that you can prepare for this as well is by reading books, reading literature on these kinds of subjects, and feeding your mind positive reinforcement to combat the negativity that's going to be out there. And you can't get away from this. It doesn't matter if you want to be a manager or succeed in something like working at Walmart or anywhere. There's always going to be that attention. There's always going to be that sort of that, to a smaller degree, that level of fame. If you want to be good at anything, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from attention. You're here in this world. You're being seen. You can't hide. So you have to be willing to embrace that as well to be successful there. You don't think that you're going to be successful when it comes to your finances and making money as well? What are your perceptions? What is your How do you view wealth? Do you have negative associations towards having lots of money? For example, I was walking by a club one time and there was a Ferrari parked out front and the guy's revving his engine, and you see people that are dressed well and seemingly to be of high status. And part of me in that moment caught myself these involuntary thoughts thinking, oh, they must have the money. That must be filled with criminals. People that have lots of money, they're criminals. They're not good people. Or people being threatened by high status, or people with lots of money. So if that's my association to my views on wealth, then of course I'm not going to be wealthy, because when I start to make money, I'm gonna have all this negative associations towards that as well. You're going to be high status, so start putting yourself in these situations that make you uncomfortable. Start going to restaurants, say, that cost a lot of money, that are prestigious. Put yourself in these environments and start acclimating yourself to these environments, to being high status, to having lots of money. Be willing to accept the good that comes from success, from achievement, and as well as accept the negativity as well, by realizing that that's going to be out there whether you're successful or not. There's good people and there's bad people in all contexts. Whether you're successful, whether you're poor, it doesn't make somebody's character. What matters is your own character, what you think, how you view the world, your values, and you have good people, you have bad people to any degree of wealth. So don't think it's only wealthy people that would be some sort of morally irreprehensible kind of people. You can find those people anywhere you go. So start acclimating yourself to wealth. Start acclimating yourself to success. Go to a place with high-end vehicles and sit inside of one of those cars and envision that you have that vehicle, that you have the wealth and the money. And embrace that, because to be successful in this area means that you're also going to be successful in many other areas. And if you aren't ready for that success, you're going to self-sabotage. And that's what that is. So be prepared for it. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe if you made it this far. Bringing you more dating content, self-development content. We're on this journey together. My name is Adam, and as well, if you would like to hit me up, I'm offering free 30-minute phone calls at this time. I don't know how much longer I will be offering these calls, but they're strategy calls. I'll address your own personal challenges, issues, and help you out with those, give you a game plan, get you on track so that you can get to the place that you want to go and accelerate that learning curve of yours. And as well, if you want to get out with me in field, learn from me personally, giving you external feedback, filming you, identifying areas that you can improve in, whether it's your body language, blind spots that you may not see, giving you honest feedback that you can only get if you're willing to invest in yourself. From a guy that's been doing this for over a decade, hit me up at datingdestruction@gmail.com. And until next time, peace out.